Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. Ernan is the name, and cheesecake is the only cake I love to eat. Now, holla if you agree, but since I won't be able to hear it, so how about you just like this episode and subscribe, baby? Also, I'm here with my co-host, Ever. What it do?
Hey, Ernan, and everyone, thanks for tuning in. And if you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple, please hit that follow and give us that 5 stars.
Ooh, wait, Ever. Welcome back. And I gotta tell you one thing, never, ever, ever call me Ernan again. It sounds
Oh,
so
wow.
freaking
I
weird,
know,
bro.
right?
It sounded
This is
like you wanted to puke when you said my name.
no,
I am not used to you. Go back to calling me Ian, please. Oh my
Ian,
gosh.
it is acronym Ian.
Oh, that sounded so weird.
I know,
Ernan.
right?
It's because I'm so used to saying my name, my own name, but like
Yeah.
hearing you say my name is just like I cringe a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Poppy. Man, I miss you, man. How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I've just been busy. It's in the
Uh,
summer, but hey, back to normal, right?
yeah, hopefully, right? I mean, what
Yeah.
is, I mean, is normal even a good thing these days now? I feel like it's not.
Nah, it's better to be weird. Just as wrestling fans were weird. People think we're weird anyways. Just be, you know.
Where, you know what? You're not wrong there. The weirdest people you ever meet are like wrestling fans. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts, bro. Like, especially the ones who are like diehard wrestling fans, the one who say it's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah, that
Those are like the hardcore emanate shows. You know, like the ones that dress up and run like the Ninja Turtles or
oh,
Naruto.
anime,
Yeah,
like
animate. What did I say?
cosplay,
Cosplay, yeah. What did
cosplayers.
yeah, what did I say? Animate? Or you probably just didn't you didn't understand what I said.
No, I think you said like they dress up like, oh, I mean cosplayers.
Oh,
Yeah.
cosplays. Yeah, they dress up. I mean, it's cool, it's dope, but I'm just saying, like, those are the like those hardcore anime fans. Those are cool people and they play the character, because but like in the wrestling world, those they don't take care of themselves. They just don't take care of themselves. That's it. That's all I gotta say. You
Right.
agree
I
with
mean,
me, right, Ever?
they don't shower
They don't
before the show.
shower. They don't shower.
Like if you're gonna go
They
to a wrestling show, shower, please. That's all we ask.
That's all you gotta
You're
do.
like,
Shh.
whoo, they walk, you're like, whoo, man. And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Yeah, and you know
oh.
what's the worst? The worst thing I hate about wrestling fans is when, bro, you and me, I mean, you know our struggle when we go to our these wrestling shows. Um, you know, we go to these wrestling shows for to have a good time,
What?
to check out bucket lists, just to have a good time, couple hours of just relax and to enjoy whatever. And but then there's some people that just
Mhm.
show up just to ruin your day. And it's just like, bro, you honestly bought a ticket just to shout A AEW, AEW in the WWE arena in a WWE show, or show up to say WWE sucks, AEW is better. And it's just like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here, bro? Why are you here? Nobody like, why are you here? Go be a fan of AEW. Go sell out their arenas.
They need it too.
They do, but they don't show up. These hardcore AEW fans, bro, they show up to WWE shows and they sell out just to shout AEW and WWE sucks. They're showing up wearing AEW shirts. Now, as us, we're cool, right? Me and you
Yeah.
and you and me, ever we're cool. We're everybody. If we see a fan wearing a shirt, we try to go into a suite, whatever. Try to communicate with that person. because
Yeah.
I understand there's some guys who what's it called? They're shy. They're still shy about saying that they love wrestling. And I get that. So there's some people who have that courage of they're proud that they're a WWE fan, and I let that person know like, hey, I'm a fan too,
Hmm.
you know? But like it's just there's certain fans where it's just like, bro, why are you so bitter?
Yeah.
I really don't understand it, man. Do you understand that ever? Do you get why people hate why they go to these shows and just to have a bad time?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like you're wasting your own time and your own money to like be angry around people you don't even know. It's like they want attention, but like at the same time you're like, you don't have to be here. You could just watch it from home. Or
Bro,
like don't watch it
but
at all.
yeah, it's like why go to the AEW show, be a fan there, and but they don't do that. They don't buy tickets, and here's the sad part: AEW tickets are
Yeah,
way
way cheap.
cheaper, and they still don't sell out. Nothing against AEW, nothing against them. We said it multiple times. There's no story. It's just a wrestling company. Do they have storylines here and there? Sure, but it's nothing that catches our attention. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit it. There were certain wrestlers that I used to watch AEW, and there were certain storylines that made me go and order the pay-per-view. Lately,
Mm,
that has not been the case. But regardless, I'm not when I go to these shows, I'm thinking about going to AEW All Out, right?
yeah.
I'm not a fan of AEW, but I'm not gonna go over there. Like I said, I may want to go just because so I could say I went, and they're gonna be in the Now Arena. At the time, that we're at the Sears Center, so trying to like, it's like
Mm,
the Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean?
yeah.
For AEW, it's like WWE's Madison Square Garden. Like it's like you gotta kind of go. So ever think about going with me? We should think about going together. Uh,
Maybe. Yeah.
so But like the thing is, I'm gonna go if me and Ever go, we're gonna go and have a good time. And we hope we get a great time. We hope AEW gives us a great show. We hope everybody performs well, everybody goes home safely, everybody goes home happy, right?
Yeah.
But again, I don't watch AEW and I still want to do that. And there's people who are just so bitter and they just go and sit next to you. They stink. They stink so freaking badly. And they
Yeah,
have
like
an
geez. You're like,
attitude. And they got an attitude. Bro, why are you mad? Why are you here?
yeah. Wow.
Damn, bro. I hate that shit, man.
You ain't going on a rant.
I know, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of these stupid wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Well, they're the internet wrestling fans. You know, we're the suburbs internet
Yeah.
fans.
True.
I think it's the city people.
Maybe.
Yeah,
These are all the audience, bro, in the city. Just kidding.
facts. All our audience are in India. Shout out to India
Yeah.
and Peru. They're
There you go.
that's our audience right there. Shit. I need some Philippines, Filipinos.
Oh yeah. They're cool.
Woo! And some Samoans.
Don't say the desserts because they're it's the some desserts are swear words in Spanish, so
Oh my.
yep.
Don't be afraid to
But
say it.
but they're delicious desserts.
They're delicious desserts. What are these desserts?
I'm not gonna don't worry about
What do you
it.
mean don't worry about it?
No, it's bad words. We're gonna censor it in Peru. Just kidding.
I even. Peru doesn't mind. Peru. Let's hear it. Let's. Anyways, Ever, I got bad news, bro. Becky Lynch
What
is retired.
is that? Is that 100% confirmed, or she just saying she's taking time off?
No, she's retired. She announced her retirement. What
Oh,
else
she
is
did.
next? Yeah, what else is to be honest, she's done with WWE. She her contract expired. So, but realistic, what is next for Becky? You know? She there's nothing really. There's
So
nothing. Go ahead.
she'd rather retire than like do anything else, right? Like outside WWE. Like you think she'll be like Rebecca Quinn is all elite, or she's in New Japan, or sh-
Um,
or
I
now that she
mean,
has like Seth Rollins, she's like, well, I don't have to work. I mean, if I don't, I can, or she might do that like like that like what Michelle McCool does and comes back once in a while,
mm,
does Royal Rumbles, does like the Queen of the Ring or something like that, you know? You would
I
think like
think
that, like
I think that's what's probably gonna happen.
like a Trish
Um,
Stratus kind of thing where she just comes once in a while, or if they're in her hometown, they'll just show up, you know?
is there any other female wrestler that retired and came back? Like
Michelle
fully.
McCool,
Not like
fully.
that. Not like that. Fully. Like fully came back.
Well, Trish and Lita had a run for a while, like
Yeah.
couple months.
But
Beth Phoenix,
how long did that took?
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, they took like probably like
Almost
what,
20
like
years,
Trish.
no?
Yeah, they
15
took a long
years?
time. They took like a 10-year break or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about wrestling. Like, as long as you're in terms with the company, you could come back like 10 years later after when your kids are all grown. Oh, when your kids are like adult teenagers or adults. You're like, oh, my kid's already 18, 19, or they're like in their teens. Like, oh, I'm gonna come do a Royal Rumble or something, you know?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I mean, I got to see Becky wrestled at WrestleMania
Hmm.
against Rhea Ripley. So to be able to see that, and I got to see Becky at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view match that we went,
Yeah.
and I should have saw her at SummerSlam last year facing Trish Stratus, but that didn't happen.
Hmm.
So uh the point is I got to see Becky all these great matches from pay-per-views to live shows to television. Um so it's an honor to see her live. It sucks that she's gonna retire, but at least I got to see her before her retirement. And again,
Yeah.
the big one, the big one is WrestleMania. Like I saw her
Hmm.
wrestled at WrestleMania against Rhea Ripley. So that's like awesome right there.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty fun. Hmm.
so, but for Rhea Ripley, or sorry, for Becky, it's just like, yeah, she's done. She did the book. Remember, she came out with a
Yeah.
book. I don't think she'll go to AEW. She doesn't need it. And I feel like
You think she's like a dirty lifer? Because people that say they're lifers are all of a sudden like Big Show and Mark Henry showed up in AEW and then
I think she's gonna take the Nikki Bell, the Bella Twins route. I'm not saying she's gonna go Hollywood, but I think she's taking the book tour, maybe do a couple televisions, maybe do movies. And
mm,
like you said, uh, Seth Rollins is her husband, so it's technically she don't have to work. She don't have to
she,
work, but obviously she's doing it because she wants to.
yeah,
Um, I'm pretty sure at this point she's not even working for the money. I'm pretty sure she's just like, oh, I have all these great opportunities. Let me
yeah,
go ahead and do it. I'm pretty sure she made hell of a money working in
oh yeah, oh
WWE.
yeah.
We could all agree on that.
But she
So,
raising her daughter, if she wants more kids, that's that option there.
oh yeah, for sure. Who says? I mean, what if they could be trying right now? So, some bound chicka wow wow. Shoot, man,
But
that'd be
yeah, I mean, like
crazy.
you said, she's done a lot. She's done everything pretty much besides what, like she's won every title pretty much, or what title is she missing? Besides the North American Women's Championship,
That's
or that's
that's
probably
like
it.
that's like Batista coming back just to win the IC title or the United States title. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like why?
yeah,
But um if let's just say WrestleMania 41, Becky comes back. You putting her in a title picture or in a one-on-one match, like a big feud, like something similar like Rock versus Cena. What are you gonna do with her?
yeah. I'll do like a Rock versus Cena, but who would she face?
Yeah, like that's like
Because you don't know who's gonna be in the main roster by then.
mm,
Maybe if like Roxanne Perez goes to the main roster, or
I
like.
Here's a crazy. I will say I got two people in mind.
Mhm.
One of them is crazy. Now,
Mhm.
the only reason why I picked this person is because similar to Cena and Randy Orton, they never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, and I gotta say Charlotte versus Becky.
Ooh.
You know, I know that match happened so many times, but once again, something like Cena and Randy Orton, they never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So if Becky does come back at WrestleMania 41, or if the rumors is true about WrestleMania 42 being in the UK, then obviously Becky should definitely be there. But for fantasy booking and like that big money match, Becky and Charlotte is the one to go. Um, and I don't know who else. I would the other one would be Jay Cargill, but that's if she's ready
Ooh.
by then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If she
Yeah.
would she be ready for Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 41? I'm pretty sure for WrestleMania 42 she probably would be. So
What about
that
like what about like Julia, the newest signees, like Julia, Stephanie
for
Vacher?
for for Becky Lynch, like something the big money match once in a lifetime, something like similar like Rock and Cena.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I wouldn't say like for WrestleMania 41. Uh who's the NXT champion right now?
Roxanne Perez, yeah, that's why I said I said
Roxanne Perez, I will agree with that one. Just because of what she's been doing in NXT, but
yeah.
keep it NXT though. Like as soon as don't bring up once she goes to the main roster, let's just say I will probably have her wait. Let's just say if I was gonna have Roxanne Perez face
Yeah.
Becky at WrestleMania, then I would have Becky eliminate, or sorry, Roxanne eliminate Becky at the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble to build up
Mm-hmm.
that feud. At least this way, when Becky comes back, she helps out NXT
Mm-hmm.
instead of Raw and SmackDown because they're probably not going to need her.
What about like the TNA partnership? What about like Jordan Grace? That'd be kind of or
Damn, dude. I didn't
like
think
who else
I didn't
is
think
there?
about that. Yeah,
What
because
about
hey,
like who's the
Jordan
other lady?
Grace. Jordan Grace.
Shell
Jordan
Shaw, there's
Grace.
Rosemary.
Jordan Grace
Yeah,
versus
you imagine
Becky
that one?
Lynch.
That's a dream match right there.
Becky Lynch versus Jordan Grace at WrestleMania. I will say Rosemary for Becky, no. For Nikki Cross, Sister Abigail, hell yeah. Dude,
Mhm.
DK versus the YA6? Bro, and they
Wow.
got Abyss. WWE
Yeah.
has Abyss. Imagine the Wyatt Six messing around with Abyss and
Ooh.
Abyss. Mm, I got friends too from the other side.
Wow.
So that would be awesome to see. I ain't gonna lie about that, man.
Yeah.
So, but I will say, before we move on from Becky, um, title matches for Raw or SmackDown, I would say another one would be Nia Jax.
Hmm.
Nia Jax would be a good one. I highly doubt. Now I'm not saying Nia Jax should hold the title till WrestleMania. It doesn't even have to be for the title, but I think Nia Jax Becky facing each other for the title would be dope. And that's the same night where Tiffany comes in and cashes in. She could either cash in
Ooh,
on Nia Jax or she could cash in on Becky. If we're not gonna get Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
that'd be
Do you think
awesome.
that's do you think that's a chance that we may get a possibility? Tiffany versus Charlotte?
I think so. At some point, you gotta pass the torch. I mean, you gotta like give the young people their, you don't want to be a Hogan. I think that's what they call people like, don't be a Hulk Hogan where you're still in your 50s and 60s and you still want to be world champion, like at some point, like, hey, take the L, take the,
Mm,
lose to the younger generation because they're the next generation. Like you still have your spot, but like give it to like, Tiffany or the one of any of the new girls. So I think
right.
Charlotte definitely with the titles, the pedigree she has. She could
Mhm.
definitely like make Tiffany look better, and then Tiffany could become the next Charlotte, or not. There's always gonna not never be a next Charlotte because the daughter of Ric Flair. That's
The
only
next
one.
level, at least I get what you mean. I know there's certain
Hmm.
people where they're like, oh, I don't think that person's gonna be the next Charlotte. We don't mean the next actual Charlotte. We mean the
No,
next level status of person that can help elevate
yeah,
because there's nobody there.
yeah. So that's what I think what
Yeah,
Becky's gonna be. I think she's gonna be more like I'll take the fall to like the newest person or whatever.
right.
Like how AJ Lee lost to like Paige. Remember when at like the
Mm.
first night on Raw, Paige won the title. Like that was not passing the torch, but like, oh, we give this younger girl a chance. Let's see what she does with it. Like get people like that. Like that's probably what Becky's role will be. Like, oh,
And that,
I'm
yeah,
gonna come back and face XYZ, whoever it is. But she's gotta do good. I'm not gonna carry her in this match. But if she can't, you know, pick up, like put her weight in there.
right,
I don't see her doing much. Like she could
right.
even talk to them back. She's like, you know what? I don't think she has it.
Mm.
Or put her back in NXT or put her back in developmental or something, you know?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. You can't just put Becky with anybody, but I feel
Yeah.
like if we're gonna do this one time thing where Becky comes back, um, who is she gonna face at WrestleMania? Roxanne is the perfect person from NXT. Jordan Grace will be crazy. That will be wild.
And you never know. They
Yeah.
might. What Triple H said at SummerSlam, they're open to go international with other companies. I mean, they're already working with Noah. Well, they don't have any men.
Mm,
They don't have any women there, but they have like Noah. I think Triple A might be in the works.
right. And then I
Maybe.
think Triple A as well.
Yeah,
I
Triple A.
Triple A. And obviously they're working with TNA.
Yeah.
Um, now we had one retirement,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody came back
Oh yeah.
as Mr. the Tribal Chief.
No, wait. No, the OTC.
Woo! Damn, spell it one more time.
The OTC.
Ooh, damn. Goosebumps. Goosebumps right here. Roman Reigns made his return at SummerSlam, where he showed up to Cleveland, Ohio. That he went boom, lock and loaded, Superman punch right on Solo's face. He went, damn, excuse me, turned around, hit him with the spear. Roman hit him with the spear, gave him that big hug, and boom. Cody Rhodes was like, damn, what happened, cuz? What are you doing? Picked up Solo, hit him with the crossroad. One, two, three. What? All right, the match was okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
the
felt like the crowd was
ending.
dead. The crowd
Yeah.
was dead. I was like, man, this is no, because when I was watching it, I was like, man, this is why they don't want to do pay-per-views and or PLEs in the US anymore. If SummerSlam was like in Germany or Cleveland, Germany or like the UK, the whole crowd would have been on fire. But we're over here like it was quiet until Roman Reigns came out. I was like, thank God they needed him to.
Um, well, here's the reason. For me personally, all those matches were more storytelling than the
Hmm.
actual wrestling.
Yeah.
Because think about it. What match were you excited about? Oh, I can't wait to see that match.
Oh,
It was
I got a
much.
couple.
You do?
Oh,
No,
Gunther
sorry.
versus Priest. Oh
Match,
yeah.
match, bell to bell?
Yeah, bell to bell.
But one out of what?
Oh, I like I mean, all of them. I mean,
No,
what's
no,
what?
no. I don't think you understand. Like Liv and Rhea Ripley, I'm pretty sure you weren't excited because you're waiting to see a great match. You're
No.
more of, ooh, what's gonna happen in this match?
Yeah, I kind of knew that Dog was gonna do that. I kind of knew that, but
Yeah,
I still
we
wanted
all
to watch
did.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, we're like, oh, he's gonna.
we all did. Exactly. It was more about Dom's return. I mean, turn, like literally turn, heel turn, not
But he
return,
was a
return.
heel, but he turned into a heel. He was a heel to become a heel. Like
There was
what?
a meme about that. Dom
But you're a
is
heel
the
already?
first, Dom Mysterio, Dirty Dom is the first heel to turn heel in professional wrestling. Do you understand that?
Like he became a super heel. Now he's like nuclear heel. He
Like,
will. Every time he talks, he gets like booed out of the building. Pretty
This
much.
is the same guy, this nerdy kid who went one on one with Seth freaking Rollins, bro, at SummerSlam in his
Mhm.
first ever match
Wow.
in front of no crowd. This is during the pandemics. He had a street fight, and it was a
Mm.
hell of a match. Years later, he is the biggest heel ever.
Wow.
And all he did was pick somebody up.
Yep. Before the kiss too.
Bro, the biggest heel in professional wrestling. Yeah, you could say the boom, but that wasn't the, you know how he distracted the ref. That's not a turn. That wasn't a turn. The picking her up was the turn. You could
Mm.
say the kiss and all that, but it starts off with, because imagine, bro, you're Rhea, that's his mommy, that's his girl, right?
Hmm.
You picking up another female in front of your lady? Come on, bro. I can't even look at a girl without my ex going crazy.
Wow.
Dom went, picked her up, and then kissed her.
Damn.
He turned heel
He turned like
at
heel Super Saiyan, like Super Saiyan
like
heel.
he leveled up.
Yeah.
He was Frieza. He was Frieza level one. He skipped level and then he went to level two when he interfered, with the ref, and then pick her up three, and then he kissed her level four. He went from level Frieza level one to four in the same like within like 5 minutes, bro.
Wow.
Like
How much more higher can you go as a heel, you know?
s- screw Hogan's turn.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro. And that was the opening match. I was like, bro. So the reason why I'm saying is that because of how excitement we were because of that match. And well, there's two things I was trying to point out. One, we were more excited about what's next than the actual wrestling, right?
Hmm.
You said about Gunther and Damian Priest. I will agree with you. That is the only one where I'm actually excited for bell to bell. But because of Gunther. Now, if we focus on Damian Priest, I'm more focused on what's gonna happen with Judgment Day? Is
Yeah.
Finn Balor gonna turn on Damian Priest? Gunther, yeah, Gunther, no matter where he's on the card, you already know he's gonna have a great match.
Hmm.
So like we can't, you know what I mean? So everything else was more about the story and is I'll just go down the list. Um Cody Rhodes in the main event, that's obviously bloodline, storyline, and also Roman Reigns return. LA
Hmm.
Knight and Logan Paul. Is LA Knight finally gonna win the title that he deserved since last year?
Hmm.
Um, what was the other one? Drew and Punk. It's the story. What's next? Is Seth Rollins gonna screw them? It's not the wrestling itself. It's the story, the feud, and also is Seth Rollins gonna screw who's Seth Rollins gonna screw basically?
Yeah.
What was the other one? The Sammy versus Braun. That one I would say. Oh, so that's another one where I would say that's like the actual. I'm excited for the match itself. Unfortunately, it was a short match, but it was still a good match. They had the long match at Money in the Bank. And what was the other one? And then Bailey
Naya.
Nia Jax. I I wasn't excited for that match. No disrespect to both ladies. I love
But you know
Bailey.
what? Speaking of that, actually, you made the King and Queen of the Ring more valuable now because both winners
Mm,
became champions.
yeah,
I think we talked about a previous episode. Go back. You guys should go back and check them out. I forgot what episode it was, but we talked about that. Like they should make the King and Queen of the Ring actually worth something, and they both became champions. You know, so there we go.
yeah. But what I we'll talk about that. But what I
Yeah.
wanted to say mention back to when you said how the crowd was not hot, it's because we
Hmm.
got burned out so quickly.
Yeah.
Like so much has happened, bro. The opening match was Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and it was a
Hmm.
decent match. And then the Dominic's turn,
Like,
Sami
damn.
Zayn and Braun Breaker, LA Knight winning, and Braun Breaker winning the title, Nia Jax winning the title. Gunther and Damian Priest was a hell of a match, and obviously Finn Balor's turn. So obviously, yeah, by the time we got to the main event, everybody was burned out.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so, but then going to what you said about the king and the queen, I'm glad that the people who won the tournament won the title.
Yeah.
So it does meaning bring that meaning back. Um, the are they going to continue it, or was it this one time thing? What do you think? Do you think they should continue this, or do you think they should be like do it if needed?
They should continue it because it's like you want to have like a midpoint. You don't always want to wait till like the Rumble and that's it, you know?
Every
At
year a
least,
SummerSlam, or just move it around, or because me personally, I feel like they should bring it if needed.
yeah. Like if they feel like, you know what, the Money in the Bank, they're gonna cash in probably. They're gonna cash in at SummerSlam. Let's make or whatever. Wait for a year. King of the Ring's in the middle of that. Like they don't have. It's not a surprise thing. It's like this is the winner. They're gonna face at Survivor Series, or they're gonna
Mm.
face at well next year's Survivor Series because we already had a King and Queen of the Ring, but like next year's Survivor Series, you know, or next year whatever show they have, Bad Blood or Unforgiven, and they might bring back Unforgiven or Armageddon or No Way Out. You know,
Of all these, of with all these pay-per-views, them bringing back, which one is like? I know I wanted to do an episode where we discuss what pay-per-views to bring back. Um, is there like certain pay-per-views you definitely want them to bring back? I mean, like for me, it's No Mercy, but it's with NXT.
yeah.
So I don't know if you have any pay-per-views like you would want them to bring back.
Did they bring back No Way Out?
No. Well, they
I
brought it
would
back once and then that was it.
I would say bring it back for the 20th anniversary of Eddie Guerrero winning it. This year should have been it. This year's the 20th anniversary of
Oh,
him
okay.
winning the WWE title.
Also, they should have brought it this year then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or like what else was there? Fully Loaded. Remember that one? If they're doing the UK previews, pay-per-view UK previews, or do the
Capital
Insurrection,
Carnage. Car
Capital
Ca
Carnage, or Insurrection, or Rebellion, you know?
yeah, I so let's just say okay, because you know how next year,
Hmm.
February, right? That's the Royal Rumble. So let's just say let's go based on that. February. What should be in March and April? Should because obviously April is WrestleMania, right? So
Hmm.
February is Royal Rumble, and then you have April WrestleMania. So it looks like we're not gonna have a pay-per-view between it no more.
Hmm.
Which is honestly, I feel like that works out because you have like this whole gap um for
Building your
rest
storyline.
yeah, for WrestleMania. And I like I said, and I think I said this in the previous episode before where nothing wrong with having that middle pay-per-view, that pay-per-view between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but have it focus on the mid-card people, you know? Don't
Yeah.
have it revolve on the world champion. Uh, I think that's the night where, for example, not have the Survivor Series pay-per-view, but the match itself.
Yeah.
Like that's where you can have the Royal Rumble and then have a pay-per-view. That's or maybe have like a paper where it's like a gimmick pay-per-view. Like it could be
Yeah.
Survivor Series, 5-on-5. It could be the Fatal Four Way, the Fatal Four pay-per-view, you know. It could be Unforgiven, and it could be the scramble. They could bring back that championship scramble match. I don't know if you remember that one.
I think so. Yeah.
They only had it a few times. They had it at Unforgiven '08, and then they brought it back, I believe, at '09 at the
Hmm.
Bash for ECW title match. So I just feel like if they are gonna have a pay-per-view between, it should be like a gimmick. Something where it's like you don't have to rely on the world title,
Yeah.
you know? Um, Um, or they could do the that's where they could do the King of the Ring. And the King of the Ring, the Royal Rumble, whoever wins the Royal Rumble could go ahead and main event WrestleMania night two and obviously gets the first pick. And then the next pay-per-view have the King of the Ring tournament where that person faces the other world title at WrestleMania night one. There's so many things that they could do, but they chose not to.
Yeah.
But now it seems like they're going with the direction of they're not going to have the pay per view between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, which is fine. It works out. So now, what should be after that? I say Backlash. What do you say?
Yeah, I'd say Backlash.
Backlash?
Pretty much what they've been doing like the last couple years.
Backlash is like Backlash has always been the rematch. It was always WrestleMania. It was back. Was it called WrestleMania Backlash or Backlash
Yeah,
Wrest?
for a couple years. And then they
Yeah,
said like, you
but
know what,
that's
let's
what
take
it
out the
was.
WrestleMania part.
But
Yeah.
that's what it was though. It was Backlash. It was WrestleMania Backlash. It was like
Yeah.
either the rematch or the remix.
Yeah.
And what I mean by remix, I mean it's either like say if a triple threat match happened at WrestleMania, at Backlash, it's either going to be a triple threat elimination match or a fatal four-way match,
hmm
or a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, but then at Backlash, it would be like a net last man standing match. So, it will always be something like that. And I always love Backlash.
hmm
So after the Backlash, let's just say Backlash, let's say that's in May. So we're in June. What should be the June pay-per-view?
Heat Wave. But they had that for NXT, but I would say
No,
like
but yeah, if you want to bring that for the main roster, you can.
or bring back like Cyber Sunday or something.
You lost me on that one.
Cyber Sunday? No.
Cyber Sunday, I think it's because you said Cyber Sunday. Maybe if it was like I like Heatwave because it's in June. I feel like Cyber Sunday would be perfect either in
Oh,
December or
Springs
January.
or put like what's the other one?
Bash
Like
Bash at the Beach,
Bash at the Beach, yeah.
yeah,
And then July be like Great American Bash by NXT, but bring that back to the main
the main
roster.
roster. Yeah. Because you need I feel like the Great American Bash in July would be a great because it's one of those pay-per-views where you could just it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
like it's here's a fun pay-per-view. This should be this is where it's like, hey, um use the Great American Bash and even Heat Wave as your let's this is the moment that we're gonna take chances on our superstars.
hmm
Somebody where it's like this person's been in like Andrade or Carmelo Hayes, where it's like this is their opportunity to main event for the world title on these pay-per-views.
Yeah, to shine. Yeah.
Yeah, their moment to shine bakes. Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to rephrase it. So you say you got what? What do you got? Are you sticking with Heatwave or are you doing with Bash on
Bash
the
at the
Beach?
Beach. Bash
All
at the
right,
Beach.
I agree with you on Bash on the Beach. And then you say July, you're going with the Great American Bash.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna agree with you on that one. SummerSlam is obviously in August.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you a serious question. Do you think SummerSlam should be in June or August?
No, keep it in August.
Keep
It's
it.
like one of those things where like it doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
It's like the Rumble in February. It's like, why is a Rumble in February? I get it because it's the end of the month, but or the
Right.
beginning. But like, that's a weird thing. Like when you say Royal Rumble, you automatically think January. When you think WrestleMania, I think well, it'd be March or April, WrestleMania. When you
Right.
think about SummerSlam, it's always August.
Mm.
Survivor Series, November. Like it's kind of those things like those only four you shouldn't switch around too much. Like even if you go a little bit into like Royal Rumble into February, that's fine. Or
I feel
WrestleMania
like
into
nobody should
April.
have a pay-per-view in January. A
No, it's like
special show, sure, but a
yeah,
paper like an actual pay-per-view, no.
no,
But all right, no, I just wanted to get your opinion on the SummerSlam.
yeah,
And plus it's a nice if you're able to go, it's a nice last summer big thing for you to do. Um, if you're trying to, before you go back to school or your vacation's over. So after SummerSlam, what do you got after that?
I'll say September. That's kind of in the middle. So I'll say like I'll bring back like Fully Loaded
Interesting.
or maybe a EC
Why?
or maybe
Why? Hold on. Of all pay-per-view, I gotta ask, why fully loaded? Of
I don't
all
know. It seems like
pay-per-views,
if it's in Vegas, I'll say Fully Loaded
but do you have a actual favorite match that took place in fully loaded? Because it's just like of all
a name.
pay-per-views, of all
Yeah.
pay-per-views, it's just like that's the weird one.
Yeah.
Nothing
I don't
wrong
know.
with it. I'm just saying, why are you picking that one?
I don't know. It seems like what like they're bringing back Bad Blood. It should be cool to bring back like old other ones too. Like
So there's no reason or
or
meaning.
Starcade. Maybe Starcade for September. It'd be like the middle line of between WrestleMania. It's like the pre-WrestleMania before. I don't know. But there's SummerSlam. Never mind. I don't know.
You're
Bring back some old ones like WCW ones or
But what would
ECW ones.
you bring back? That's the one I want to know. This is your creative. What would you bring back? It's cool you want to bring back fully loaded. I'm just saying, why would you bring that back of all
Yeah.
pay-per-views? Because I would think you would pick pay-per-views that, well, the reason why I'm picking this one is because majority of my favorite matches took place of this, or my favorite
Yeah.
wrestlers' favorite matches happened on this one. So I want to continue that legacy. That's why I
Yeah.
was asking because I thought fully loaded. There some I can't remember on the top of
It
my
was
head.
Austin and like Undertaker, I think. Or Austin and The Rock. One of those
Yeah.
two matches happened to Fully Loaded. 99, I think.
So there is something there in the back of your mind where it's
Yeah, I
like
just
there's
can't.
something about fully loaded that you enjoyed back then. You just can't remember. So
Yeah.
all right. So all right, so that's September for you, right? September, I'm gonna say payback. Payback. Payback is a good pay-per-view, especially after SummerSlam. Um, I also either payback or No Mercy. Ooh, scratch that. No Mercy.
Mhm.
SummerSlam, No Mercy. And October. Ooh, damn, October. October, Halloween Havoc, bro.
Oh yeah.
Either Halloween Havoc or No Mercy. I'm actually cool
Yeah.
with either or because I'm even cool with having payback. Damn, that's a tough one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Halloween Havoc.
Hell yeah.
Halloween
Best Halloween
Havoc.
Havoc of all time already happened, right?
What you mean?
Mysterio versus Eddie was a Halloween Havoc.
Bro, the best Halloween Havoc match is Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. Bro, don't even like come at me, bro. You're saying that Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio is way better than Hulk Hogan and the versus Ultimate Warrior, bro? You
Yeah.
crazy. You're
Match of the
crazy.
year. Match of the year.
Hey, bro, worst of the match of the year.
Wow.
So that's crazy, bro. Look at that. Old school. You're saying, damn, bro, how you got disrespect
I don't
Hulk
know.
Hogan and Ultimate Warrior?
It's like not a lot of talent in there.
Not a lot of talent
Well, they
compared to
wrestled
them?
okay. They wrestled okay. But
Bro, go back and watch that match. It was fire. Uh, it was
what?
it was fire. No pun intended.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so after that, man, November. I'm gonna go with November. Starcade, bro.
I'll keep it
Starcade.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. I'm getting tired of Survivor Series. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
Just change it to War Games. Change it to Starcade. Change it to Payback. I'm tired of War. Or that's where they can have money. You know what? That's where I'll have money in the bank.
Mm. Hmm.
I'll have money in the bank. Actually, I'm getting tired of money in the bank. I'll have money in the bank at WrestleMania. That's what I'm gonna do.
Like the match, yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired. Like I love money in the bank, but it's just if you're gonna at least when they used to be at WrestleMania, think about it, bro. Has anybody failed from WrestleMania winning the money in the bank briefcase at WrestleMania?
No,
Right? We
not
got
that I know.
Edge. Mr. Anderson Kennedy, but he dropped it to Edge. Edge had a, but they both Kennedy was gonna have a success cash in, and Edge won it. Punk, RVD, Punk again, and Kane. And basically, once it became a pay-per-view, they didn't take it serious that
No, they
much.
didn't.
So I feel like just have it at WrestleMania. And then with two nights, you have the men's and women's separate nights.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Damn, think about that. So, but other than that, if I can't have that, then I'll have Money in the Bank. Um, at November then. And if I could have WrestleMania or Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania again, then for November I'll have Starcade, and
Blank.
December trying to see. Actually, you know what? I'll probably have December. I'll probably have a no, I wouldn't if needed a pay-per-view, Starcade.
Hmm.
Starcade either in November or December. Money in the Bank, same thing. Just November. But regardless, I feel like Starcade, Money in the Bank, and I agree with you with Survivor Series. I feel like those are big pay-per-views that would carry on for the rest of the year. But as long as you have those special shows, you'd be good. Um, yeah, that was pretty fun.
Mhm.
So at this moment, we're gonna do a little double down, baby. So I want to take this time to remind everybody to please click on that like and subscribe button. For Spotify and Apple, hit that follow button and hit that 5-star rating. All the links in the bio. So if you know, right now you're listening to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I'm Ernan, aka Ian, and that's my co-host ever. So
Awesome.
let's get back to this episode. Ever, I got a question for you, and that is it's not a question, sorry, it's a game.
Okay.
3-minute steel cage match.
Ooh.
Do you remember the movie Spider-Man
I
with
got you for 3 minutes.
There
You ain't
you
going
go.
nowhere.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. That's what I want, baby. So you are locked in a cage for 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Who are you going to face? Braun Breaker, Gunther, or Sheamus? Brother, I'm
Mm.
I'm scared for everybody.
I say Brown Breaker.
Braun Breaker, damn. You think you could, he gonna whoop your ass for 3 minutes.
I don't know, but Gunther, dude, Gunther will shred me to pieces. Like I'll be red for years. And then Sheamus, come on, you can't disrespect the man. He'll kill me too. I think Braun Breaker will actually take me out quickly and just like leave me in the ring.
No, no, no. It's three.
No,
They got you for 3 minutes.
man, I don't know.
They got you for 3 minutes. This is like the Randy. I was gonna, break it down, but you already knew the rules.
Yeah.
You already knew the
Uh,
rules. So these
I say
guys
Braun Breaker.
got you locked in for 3 minutes. Braun Breakers, who you're going with.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. See, that's a tough one. But I'm gonna go with
Because
Sheamus, bro.
oh,
Sheamus for me.
you know
Who?
why I say Braun Breaker? Because
Why?
I feel like he'll gas himself out running too much and he'll stop. Gunther and Sheamus are more methodical, so they'll like slowly pick me apart limb by limb. But Braun
Mm.
would just go fast and try to take me out as fast as possible. And he'll just either gas himself out or just like take his sweet, like he would just
Take his
like go
time,
in circles.
basically.
Yeah, but at least Gunther, like he could break your arm, then your leg, then your neck, then
You
your
feel
back.
okay.
You know what I
You
mean?
I okay, I get what you're trying to say. So you're saying that for 3 minutes with Braun Breaker, you feel like it's gonna go quickly because
Yeah,
he's so quick. He's just gonna boom, boom, boom. It's gonna hurt,
it's gonna
but
hurt. Yeah.
it's gonna hurt. It's not like you're gonna take the easy route. It's just you feel
Yep.
like those 3 minutes with Braun Breaker is gonna be quicker.
Mm-hmm.
where Sheamus and Gunther, they would have you in the corner chopping or
Ooh.
forearm
Yep.
for 3 minutes
Until and then
of hell.
last second they hit their finisher, and I'm like, last second they'll pin me or something.
Oh, and none of their finishers are like
No,
easy.
no.
You're either getting a chop and then a power bomb, or a
Mm-hmm.
chop, or no, sorry, a missile drop kick, a splash, and then picked up power bomb. That's after you just received like 50 chops from him.
By then I'll be mincemeat, I'll be like red for years. Is that your natural skin color? Like, no, I got chopped really badly.
Hey, you got a bad sunburn and all that.
Yep. For a couple
Oh
years. So I rather
man. And then
no.
Sheamus, those forearms, he's gonna throw you over the ropes, tie your arm, have your arms tied up with the ropes, and just hit you in the forearm. Or
Mm-hmm.
sorry, his forearm on the chest, and then the bro kick. And then
Yeah.
Braun Breaker has the spear, the speed, the power.
But the
But
thing with Braun Breaker, he's newer, so he'll make a mistake and slip, and I'll have my chance to like take him out for a second or put him in a headlock.
okay, hold
You know what I
on.
mean? Like he'll go really fast and slip or something. Oh, this is my time to headlock him or something, or like get a leg lock or get an arm lock or something.
Of all things,
Well,
I'm
slow
finally
him
gonna get
down
him
for
on
like a
that.
minute.
Like,
Gunther will probably lift me up and just drop me like 1 second.
oh, hey, we gotta give props to Ever that he thinks he could play defense with Braun
Or do a
Breaker.
low blow, bang, just like
There you
hey,
go. Ever has Braun Breaker, he will put Braun Breaker on a headlock and hit him with a low blow.
for
But
like
hey,
10 seconds. At least I'll have 10 seconds.
this is the first 10 seconds, he's gonna hit him with a low blow in a headlock and then be like,
Yep.
all right, brother. Ever, I ain't gonna lie, Ever. I feel like as soon as that bell ring, I feel like you're just gonna be like, can I just lay
I'm running.
down?
Yeah.
Can I just
Just be
pull a
like,
Jeff Jarrett on you
yep,
right now?
yep.
Oh my gosh, that's
Take a
funny.
spear and just pin me right there. You just, just pin me, dude. Take it.
Just pin me. Please do not spear me. All right, how about this? Braun Breaker says, I'll give you a break. Either you take the spear now, or I just go ahead and whoop your ass.
Take the spear.
Just take the spear,
Yep.
fully
I'm
committed.
gonna get it eventually. Might as well take it right off the bat.
I
Just be like,
feel I feel like it'll be so much worse knowing that you're expecting a spear. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just like I feel like the fact that you're just standing there and be like, hit me in
Mm-hmm.
full force. Cause I feel like if you take that ass beating first from Braun Breaker, like you said, you're smart on that part. I feel like he'll be tired himself out. That spear's still gonna hurt,
Oh
but
yeah.
not as much. Because he's gonna be tired after that point.
Yeah.
And you gotta come on, let's face it, Ever. You're gonna be crawling, trying to run away from him, and that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
tire him out. You're not gonna. So, nah, that's funny. I like that one.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna take that beating from Sheamus, man. Because I feel like Sheamus will buy me a beer afterwards. After I finish crying, I feel like he'll buy me a beer. I'm not.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, bro.
Yeah. Crying for sure.
I'm
Yep.
crying. I'm crying. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of Sheamus, bro. Hell
Mhm.
no, I'm crying. I already know what he's doing. I'm like, bro, I already know. Um, all right. You good or
Yeah.
you want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right. What's the next thing? NXT on the road, Gunther, and then we go into the squash match.
Okay.
So, do you know about the NXT on the road?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago's first.
You started off. Just read that part. Be like NXT on the road, and then say what you got to say.
NXT on the road. I'm excited. Finally, they're back outside of Florida. They're coming to Chicago. That's the first stop. And so I'm like, I'm down to go. Like, I don't know
When
about
is it?
you, but
October 1st?
October 1st. Yep. A
Why?
Tuesday.
Why?
Live. Probably live on Tuesday.
And the following week, St. Louis.
Yep.
Now, why though? Why are they doing it? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's time for them to do that. I guess they want to make NXT the third brand officially.
Well, because it's going to US. No, where is it going? It's on US network,
CW,
USA. It's going to CW.
October 1st. So
Mm.
that's a live, that's the first CW like live episode.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Oh, wow, I didn't knew that.
Oh
Oh, and
yeah.
it explains why they're going to be in Chicago because CW is located in Chicago
Yeah.
or Illinois, I should say. I don't know if it's in Chicago. But that's cool and makes sense and crazy that they're going to be in St. Louis the week after.
Hmm.
No announcement saying that this is the direction that they're going to be doing going forward. It's still pretty cool. I will say, if they're going to be live in an arena, hey, I feel like on that show that night, I feel like that's where we should get NXT versus TNA.
Yeah, because it's funny how WWE they take their third brand to Allstate Arena, but other companies don't even go to like the smallest, Chicago arena. Like TNA will be at Cicero Stadium, but why not go to a different? I mean, NXT off the bat's going to the Allstate Arena, which is it where
Hmm.
they do all the dirty pay-per-views
It's because of
and
the people that draw.
contract. Yeah, yeah.
They don't draw that much to be at the Allstate Arena. Um, I feel like they could draw at the Now Arena, and they have. Oh well, TNA not fully announced the day of recording, but they're gonna most likely be in Detroit for Bound for Glory
Oh yeah.
October 26th.
Oh yeah.
Definitely something I'm trying to do. uh Detroit, and because of this past TNA Slammiversary, they had they sold out 4,000, 5,000 tickets, I
Wow.
believe. That was This is the highest they have done since 2020 2013. Sorry,
Wow.
2013 was the last time they drew that much tickets, and the tickets they drew was 5,500. The main event was Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship inside the steel cage. So long time. Uh, so that being said, I feel like they're gonna be in a bigger arena, and you know how I feel about that. And um, I want to be able to say I want to Bound for Glory back to back. So that'd be pretty cool. Fortunately, I wasn't able to do that for SummerSlam this year. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
right. But no, for NXT, bro, I'm totally down to go if you are down to go. So
Tuesday. So
I've never gone to an NXT show. So not even a takeover show. I've
yeah.
never gone to an NXT show. That is wild. So have you gone to an NXT show?
Yeah, I went to Takeover one or two in Chicago. I forgot which one I went to.
What was the
The
main
one where
event?
I think it was Gargano versus Champa. It's after DIY split up. So it's
Oh,
gotta be
okay.
number one or two. It's gotta be two. 'Cause there's three of them. Was
Hmm.
it three?
Oh,
I
I
gotta
don't
look
even
it
know.
up.
I don't even know. But I know which one you're talking about, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso. I think Andrade and Aleister Black faced each other at that
Let me check.
NXT,
I'm
right?
curious now. I think so.
So curious.
Okay, it was not the
Everybody.
first one for sure. Let's see.
Boom, boom.
It's gotta be the
Ooh,
second one. So
Jonas
no, he
said.
turned on him. Yeah, it was probably Yeah, yeah, it was number two. It was Champa versus Gargano or
Ooh.
Chicago Street Fight.
Yeah, that was the main event. That's the one where Aleister Black and Andrade faced each other, right?
No, that's Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan. Ugh.
So much for that guy.
Oh yeah,
So that's cool. So I mean, I know you're more of the NXT guy, so this must be exciting for you that they're on the
yeah,
road.
yeah. I'm really
So,
excited. I'm like, yes, finally. Jeez, where's this been?
Wes Lee turned on the Rascals,
Wow.
so that's pretty shocking. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, Wesley, bro, for TNA, Bound for Glory. If they can make this happen, fantasy booking, I'm gonna tell you right now, have Wesley. No, sorry. Yes, Wesley, right? For
Yeah,
NXT Wesley, have him face TNA Mike Bailey for the for the TNA X Division title. Um, that I feel like find a way where it's like, since I can't win a title here in NXT, maybe I just go to the other brand,
yeah.
you know, trying to find a way like that. And also Joe Henry made his NXT debut. Um, and he also had a concert as well. I feel like for Bound for Glory, if we could get Joe Henry teaming up with, I don't know, maybe Trick Williams
Mm,
or a mid card person. Um, or maybe even get Joe Hendry to team up the Rascals to go against Wesley and two other people in NXT. Because many years ago at TNA, they had a six-man tag team match where it was a team TNA or Team Impact going against Team Triple A. So I feel like having a 3-on-3 tag team match at Bound for Glory would be nice. If they could find a way to have a one-on-one match, having Moose versus Trick Williams, that'd be pretty cool. Um, I don't know, like so many great things happening in NXT. The only problem right now for NXT, it's more for me, is there's so many new rosters that I don't really know who they are. And I
yeah.
feel like that's why they're doing this whole TNA merging, working together. Um, I don't know. What is there anything you're expecting from all this?
I mean, I'm expecting more collaborations, like we're still missing a lot of people facing each other. Like, well, if you notice the flyer, I don't know if you saw it. There's
Mm.
actually the P1 logo on the O for Bound for Glory. You can
I
see
saw
that?
that. I
You
saw
saw
that.
that? So I'm thinking like, what's AJ Styles? Is he gonna get inducted into the Hall of Fame? That'd be awesome.
Oh
Or he has
yeah.
a match. He
A
might he
match
might face
that,
Dolph
yeah.
Ziggler or Nick Nitmeth. Like, hey, I'm coming back to TNA to
Yeah, I
fight for
heard.
the a TNA World Title. It makes
I,
WWE like because WWE's got to start putting like I get WWE like they're putting like NXT people on there, but like they need to put like well obviously if AJ Styles goes to Bound for Glory that'd be awesome, but like a little more people, make it worth the while of like we still
some
need to
big
see Josh
names.
Alexander. Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
see Josh Alexander in WWE. We still need to see Moose. Vice versa, we need to see like former TNA guys on TNA, like AJ Styles or
The the
the
the Good
young
Brothers.
the Good Brothers. You throw in like Roman
Yeah.
Reigns in there. Maybe Roman Reigns.
That I mean
That'd be insane.
that would
That'd
be
be insane.
insane, but the chances of that happening is never going to happen. But
LA
here's the
Knight
thing. LA Knight.
defending the US title at like Slammiversary or Bound for Glory.
But here's my thing. Why can't a guy like Roman Reigns just show up to an NXT show or a
Exactly.
TNA show? I never really understood that.
Yeah.
If this person is truly that much of a draw, where it's like, why are you saying, like, no, I don't want to be in front of 5,000 people?
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with the people who bought the tickets. It has to do with the fact where if you're truly this draw, show up to this company to see how much views you really draw. Because for anybody in WWE right now could say, I'm a draw. People in AEW could say they're a draw, right? We'll
Mhm.
go to a smaller company. The only thing is, it's like, well, they got to pay me to do all this and all that stuff. But it's like, well, if you were truly a draw, that shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah.
You should show up and money should be being made like that. So is it the company or is it you that needs to be that attraction? Because it's like, oh, Roman Reigns is a big Roman Reigns is a draw, but it's like, well, yeah, because he shows up to WWE.
Mhm.
If he shows up to AEW or TNA, would he still be a draw? I said that about CM Punk, where it's like, why can't he just show up to see if he truly is a draw?
Yeah.
You know? Oh
If he
no.
shows up, if he shows up to TNA, dude, TNA
We
will be
all
like,
we all
wow.
thought that was gonna happen last year.
Yeah, now we're like, man, that gotta be.
But AJ Styles, man, AJ Styles versus Nick Nemeth, whatever, Dolph Ziggler, man, that'd be dope. I definitely want to see that. But I did say in the past that I feel like that's the one thing TNA is missing. Um, they need like a Royal Rumble or bring back King of the Mountain,
Mm,
where they need a gimmick match that would determine the number one contender for Bound for Glory. That's what they need. They need something like that.
he needs something, right? Yeah, they need to do that.
Yeah, because it doesn't because you could still just because this person's number one contender, the feud doesn't have to. You could still always have a storyline to it. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like, oh, hey, this person is the number one contender, but we still need a feud to build up this pay-per-view. It can't just be oh, we're gonna have this one-on-one match because this person is the number one contender. And it's like that's not good enough. That's fine for those like premium live events like Fastlane, the Great American Bash, Heat Wave. Those are okay to have like, oh, this we're having this match because it's the number one contender. But when it comes to big pay-per-views, it's like if you're gonna have this number one contender match, it has to be a dream match.
Mm.
You know, it has to be a dream match. It has to be a match that everybody wants to see.
You don't want to see what match?
What match?
Josh Alexander versus Chad Gable.
Bro, are you trying to turn me on right now? Like, what are you trying to do right now, bro? Like, you trying to get a
Well,
room? Because
nope.
it's like, because I'll watch that with you, bro. Shirt on and off. Like, just say less, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, hell yeah, I want to see that match. Josh Alexander versus Chad Gable, bro. Hell yeah.
What about like who else? There's a lot of matches actually. Like,
Josh
man.
Alexander versus like the whole list. Eddie Edwards. I want to see a
Oh,
chop match with Eddie Edwards and Gunther.
oh
A
yeah.
chop match because Eddie Edwards chops, they hurt. I heard Eddie Edwards, Robert Strong,
Rod is strong.
Robert Strong, and Gunther have the most vicious chops
No, I
in
heard Pentagon
professional.
actually. Pentagon. I think Gunther said that Pentagon has vicious ones too.
Pentagon. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he might. You never know where he's gonna be
Yeah.
in near future, but
They're both the Lucha Brothers are no longer with AEW,
really,
so they may
wow,
show up to NXT.
maybe. But they
You
gotta change
know
their names because that's owned by
why?
AAA. They owned by AAA.
Lucha Bros?
Yeah, or their wrestling names. No, wait, no, not really.
No, they changed it up. I
Ah,
know what you mean, but that's why they kept changing it. Because remember, Pentagon was like Pentagon Dark at one point. You
Penta
know,
Dark and Penta Cero M, and then like,
yeah. So he kept changing it to so there was no issues with AAA.
mm,
So you're not fully wrong on that part.
yeah.
That's what you meant, right? Their gimmick names, not Lucha Bros, right?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I thought
when
Lucha,
because they went to Consejo, they went to the CMML, and they were just called the Lucha Brother. Pentagon was Lucha Brother, and then uh, Phoenix was King. That was their names at the show. They were not allowed to use like Pentagon or Penta or Ray Phoenix or Phoenix. And like what?
that is
Actually, let me
why.
tell you a story. Actually, I was thinking about
Ooh,
this.
story time.
I was gonna copyright the Cero Miedo name like 2 years ago. Like I was literally gonna go buy it, like off
Mm.
the USA like Padman, because I was gonna use it for something. Because I want to use it for my publishing company. I want to write a book. I'm writing a book, so I want to make a publishing company after the name of it. But I'm like, then I saw a post the other day where Pentagon was trying to copyright it. I'm like, damn it! What if I copyrighted it? He would have been paying me money. Like, hey, can I use it? Like, I don't know, man. It's gotta be like $1,000 per. No, like I'll be nice about it. I'll be like, oh, it's $500 per use, or just give me some of the royalties. Give me 20% of your royalties, 10%. Oh, man, 'cause I was gonna do that. I was gonna copyright it.
And you probably should have.
I know. Now I'm like, damn, he trademarked it. Like he's trademarking right now. Actually, he might get it.
Mm.
One time I looked it up, I was like, oh, Triple A's trademark for Cero Medio expired like 2021 or something. I was like, I was gonna go in there and buy it. It's like $200 to buy it. I was like, damn, I could have been like owning that name. Like, hey, whoa, 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 you can't use it without my permission, bro. But I'll be
That's
nice
wild.
about it. I'll be like, oh, you're a
That's
cool guy.
wild. Can
I
you
seen
imagine
him.
that?
I met him before. I've seen him without a mask. He's a cool dude.
Oh yeah, you should get him
I'll be
on the
like,
show. Does he
I
even
know, right?
speak English?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, get him on the show one day, man.
Yeah. But if I copyrighted that name, done deal. I would have been like, hey man, you need to be on my show. Otherwise you can't use Cero Miedo.
Better than that, no, be like, let me be part of your show.
Yeah, every part of your show.
Let me
You're
tag
using my
along.
using my
Yeah,
copyright.
let me
Just
tag
kidding.
along with
Nah,
you.
but I was gonna literally do that because I was like looking it up one day because I was like bored. I was
I
trying to
was
copyright.
bored.
I was like trying to buy my. I'm trying to trademark a lot of stuff. We should probably do that. And I was like, oh, this name's available. Hmm.
That's
But I didn't have
wild.
money at the time, so I was like, man, I should have bought
I
it.
had I had the money at the time.
I,
That's
I didn't
crazy.
have money at the time. I was like, man, I would have been like, man, I could have made some bank off that.
Yeah, because I heard that's what WWE and AEW do when it comes to like the pay-per-view stuff.
Yeah,
They keep a track to see what pay-per-views they could use without getting in trouble.
yeah,
It's crazy though.
I know. But yeah, dude.
All right, Ever, it's time for squash, push, title shot. So I'm gonna give you three wrestlers. Pretty simple. It should be simple. You're gonna tell
Mhm,
me which one's gonna be squash, who's gonna get a push, and who's gonna get a title shot. This does not mean current. It's like overall. All right.
mhm.
Fantasy, fantasy booking. So here are the people. We got Andrades, Finn Balor, and LA Knight. Yeah. Who's going to be squash? Who's going to be push? Who's going to get a title shot by? And these three men are all facing the same person, Randy Orton.
Ooh.
So who is going to be squashed by Randy Orton? Who's going to get this opportunity, this push by Randy Orton? Who is going to be in the main event for the World Heavyweight title against Randy Orton? And you could decide the only thing is the squash is Randy Orton is winning over automatic dub. Push and title match, you decide who gets the win.
Squash, I'll say Andrade.
Damn.
Dude, he
Bogus as hell, bro.
he has no reaction when it comes out. I need like, hey man.
Hey
I
man.
I guess Orton, I'll probably be like
This would
squash. But then, well, I'm gonna come around though. I'm not saying like forever he's gonna get squashed. But
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like,
for the night. For the
yeah,
night,
I'll say
Andrade is a
squash
squash.
Andrade, push Finn Balor
Mm,
with Finn Balor going over because I think he needs another title win. I think he really got robbed after his Universal title.
right.
You know, like he won it and then he got injured and never happened. He got a match after that, but I think he should redeem himself as a champion down the road. But he should get a push in the meantime, especially with the feud with Damian Priest.
Mm,
That'd be a
yeah.
nice feud after Orton for him. And the title, I think it'll be LA Knight. I think he just has that like overall thing, like the opposite of
LA
like
Knight.
Andrade,
Interesting.
like the opposite of Andrade, where Andrade comes out, it's like quiet. LA Knight has the opposite effect, where he's actually, has people saying his catchphrase, buying his merch, everything comes out. It's a reaction. His phrases are over. So for me, that's who you want the title. Person, obviously he can wrestle.
Yeah.
He's good at
True.
wrestling. And he
True.
also has really good charisma and he has the people behind him. So I think
He's
for
a
him,
mean as well, just like Joe Hendry. He's a mean. You could
yeah, I mean,
find
yeah.
you could find him anywhere, anywhere, because
Yeah.
he's done so much commercials. You know,
Yeah.
being an extra in TVs and movies. This
Yeah.
guy has done everything, and like you said, he is so much. He's way over. When his music hits, he gets a reaction.
When he
With
leaves, he gets a reaction.
unfortunately with Andrade, he only gets that reaction in the ring.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
also, I think
he,
LA Knight would be like the best, like you said, where commercials and TV. If Dirty if I ever put him out in front of like Saturday Night Live or whatever other show,
mhm,
like those talk shows, I'm thinking he would do really well. He has
right.
that energy about him. Finn and Andrade, maybe, but I would be like, yeah, maybe not. Probably not put him in the talk show circuit, you know?
The problem is that Andrade they all look like superstars, right?
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
They all look like superstars. But I get what you mean. Andrade is no disrespect, bro, but like if I had a company, Andrade's, you're going straight to Telemundo.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't I
I
wouldn't put
like,
my company on one guy at him. Like I
yeah,
wouldn't want to be like I'm making sure all I put all my what is that called? All my pieces, all my chips, you know, like at the casino. Like I'm not putting all my chips on him because
yeah.
there's probably a chance that he's gonna, you know,
He's the Latino base.
yeah.
But that's what they should focus on. That's their issue. They're not when it come. They gotta push him to be this big international star for the Latino base.
Yeah.
We got the Damian Priest for that. But right now what Andrade is like that's what they gotta focus on. They're trying to push Andrade to the American people,
Yeah.
where it's like you're pushing Andrade to the wrong fan base.
Yeah, that's
You
why he
know?
gets no reaction. But if Dirty goes to Mexico City, we're going to put him right there, like build him up to
Yeah,
the Mexico City show. Build them up to the whatever other, you know, even the Latino market like El Paso or California, Chicago, man. Chicago, we're Latinos. You know,
yeah,
there's a lot of Latinos out here. New York, more of the Puerto Rican Latinos. Florida, more of the like the Cuban, Venezuelan, Colombian Latinos. But if you go to like any Southwest, that's all the Mexican market, you
yeah.
know, pretty much. In Chicago,
It,
obviously, we're all Mexicans here too, pretty much. Nah, it is a mix.
It's the same. It's just like I said. It's just when Andrade WWE's pushing Andrade to in front of the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Um. Uh.
Finn, I mean, Finn could be a baby face or a heel.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
then
just saying,
LA
like,
Knight, he's a megastar.
yeah, he is a
He
megastar. Yeah,
is a megastar. Yeah.
like every
He.
time, sometimes every time I hear something, I say, yeah. Every time
Yeah.
like at the baseball game I went to last week, I said, yeah, the whole time. Every time they scored, but yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody knew, because somebody said it too. Like when I said it, I
That's
heard somebody
funny.
say it. I was like, yeah, yeah.
This guy
They
knows.
know what's up.
This
I
guy
know.
knows.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have got on, and be like LA Knight, and then see if he was gonna say yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk. Oh, you could have said that as soon as
I
that
did
person
that once.
said
Remember,
yeah.
I did that once on stage. Let me talk to you. And they'd be
Let
like,
me
yeah,
talk to you. Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah. How about you?
S-
What would you do?
Ooh.
Would you agree with me, or would you like change one
I
wrestler
agree.
out of the
I
two?
agree with what you said. I mean,
Mhm.
I respect your opinion.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna argue with it. Because it's like there's nothing what you just said, it's like, oh, you're just spot on.
Really? Wow. I've had a
Yeah,
nickel.
yeah, you're
One
spot
nickel.
on. Yeah,
One nickel, right?
it's like I can't disagree. What you said about Andrade, true. What you said about Finn Balor, true. What you said about LA, true. Um, I can't. So I will say I agree with you.
Mm.
But what else? The other thing I'm gonna say is that I thought Finn Balor and on Andrade was gonna be switched for you. I would think you would have Finn Balor be squashed by Randy Orton and then Andrade be pushed. But I wasn't thinking that you would have him win. I would think you would still have Randy Orton win just so Andrade can have that moment because obviously it will mean better if he loses to Randy Orton. Especially in your first time match, it's like winning on your first time against Randy Orton is like you gotta lose. It's kind of like Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar. It's like you
Mhm.
can't beat Brock Lesnar in the first night. You
Nope.
gotta beat him on the second night because you defeat Brock Lesnar the first night. It's like you just destroyed his whole legacy, bro.
Yeah. But the second night, like, oh, now he's expecting you to 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 fight him. He's expecting to win, and you take him out. Boom,
Yeah,
take him
yeah,
out
because
with
he knows like how easy it's gonna be to beat
yeah,
you. And then
yeah.
it's like, oh, this is when you prove him wrong. And it's like, oh snap, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't expecting his.
Oh yeah.
And that's how you beat him. So that's all I gotta say. Like I just thought I was surprised that you put Andrade just to get squashed by Randy Orton. Um, I got
And I think
another.
he still got to do his dues. I mean, he just got back, obviously. He still
He
got to do his
hasn't
dues.
he hasn't had the proper opportunity to pay his dues.
Yeah,
Like we gotta be fair on that. You gotta
yeah.
have TV time for that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
You can't have a 5 minute match on Twitter or whatever it's called now, X. You
And
know?
expect him to pay his dues that way. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
that's nothing. He shouldn't even be doing that. This
yeah.
guy, honestly, he should be in the. To be honest, I feel like Andrade's all these three guys I mentioned, these are all three guys that are gatekeepers for the main event. These
Mm-hmm.
are, I feel like personally, these are guys that you should face to move up on the card.
Yeah.
These are not guys that should. Right now, LA Knight still working on the card. Finn Balor, I don't care what anybody says. I feel like he's there already,
Mm-hmm.
especially that now that he's the official leader of Judgment Day now.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta, agreed on that part. All right. Well, you want anything else you want to say before we gotta almost wrap this show up?
No, I mean, so far, a lot of wrestling. Wow, I missed a lot.
You have.
A lot of wrestling.
You have
It's like a
missed a
couple of
lot.
weeks. In a couple of weeks, actually, it's been like bam, 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 bam.
I think it's only been it feels so long. It's because
Only 2 weeks though.
it's been well the last time you were on, but remember after that it's been almost a month
Oh
since the
wow.
last you've been on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we had like a 2 week gap as well.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. The summer's almost over as well.
Uh,
So, but before we go, or we move on, because I got one more game, you want to let the listeners know about our links and our bios and stuff like that.
yeah, I just want to take this time to remind everyone to click like and subscribe button for Spotify and Apple. Hit that follow button and that 5 star. Robin and them. All links in the
Facts.
bio below. And if you're listening to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, and let's get back to the episode.
Let's get it. Now, I got another. I don't know. No, this is Would You Rather. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a Would You Rather
Hmm.
have a date with Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan. Now, try to keep it PG. This is just a date night, a romantic date night, movie and a dinner, and that's it. Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley.
Interesting. Um, I don't know. I think Rhea Ripley because I like Liv Morgan, but her laugh kind of. You seen her laugh?
See,
Ha ha
this
ha! She's like ha ha ha! Like I don't know if I can handle that. She's cute, but like I won't be able to handle that. Come on,
I
Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley looks like tough, but she's really a sweetheart. So I think she'd be like very like we'll go out to dinner, we'll grab a
mhm.
movie, or we'll go out. You know what I mean? Like yeah, she looks all gothy and stuff,
But that's
but
what I'm saying. This is already a planned date, dinner
yeah,
and a movie. It's already set up. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you gonna have a conversation with? Who are you trying to get to know? Nothing's happening. It's just a one-time thing,
I say Rhea. I say Rhea.
Real.
Yeah.
See, I know, I know this is not fair, but I want to know if you agree with me.
Mhm.
Superstars, superstars. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
But now, if we're going off character, breaking kayfabe, I'm going with Liv Morgan, but not Liv Morgan. I'm going like her actual self. What's her name? It's man. Is it
Geniana?
Gianna? Gianna?
I don't
Gina?
know. Let me look it up.
Gianna?
Something like
But
uh
her actual government name. Because her natural look, bro.
Giovanna. Giovanna.
Gianna?
Giovanna
Gianna?
Dadio. Giovanna Dadio.
See, have you seen her without her makeup, bro?
Yeah.
Her natural look, she is gorgeous and beautiful. Now, if I get her natural look, Gianna, I'm going with Gianna. Now,
Mm,
if it's an actual WWE superstar, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna
mm,
choose mommy. So now I got another would you rather right here, and I feel like this one you're gonna appreciate.
mm,
Get a 3D by the Dudley Boys, or a
mm.
twist of fate Swanton bomb combination from the Hardy Boys.
I'll say 3D because it's a one move thing. Just bam, drop. But the other one, twist of fate and a swanton bomb. I don't
So
know.
you're going based on pain and not the experience of
I,
who you're receiving the move?
no, but but also I would want to get 3D through a table. That'd be kind of like what's it called? Like a
Okay,
respecting, like, oh, like those things where like people punch you in the face. You're like, yeah, like so
respect.
that one thing like there's like this is
Yeah,
like oh my God, I got 3D by the Dudley Boys. Like
I don't get that. I think you
you
threw
seen
me
that
off
on
with the
video.
respect part. Is it more of like
Like I've seen this on TV so many times, but now that actually
right?
I've gotten it, I'm one
Mm.
of the
It's like you're part of the
recipients.
show now.
Yeah, yeah, it's like I'm part of it. Like if you recorded that, like anytime there's a highlight reel, I want to be
Right.
in that highlight video because I got 3D through a
Mm.
table. You know what I
Okay.
mean? With
No,
the Swanton
yeah.
bomb and the I don't know if I want to get a Swanton bomb by Jeff right now, actually. Like not right now at this moment. I might get hit in the face, but just but
But hold on.
I know, just
But
kidding.
if overall, I'm just saying the experience. It's like,
I think I just been a bigger Dudley Boys fan. I would be
were you
like
really?
after yeah, after the
Hmm.
match I'll be like I'll be hugging them like thank you so much, man. I've never you know what I mean? Like I would be more
Mm.
like I'll be
Just
like, yeah.
don't get up right after you take the
No,
3D.
I'll
You
be
know what I
down
mean?
for the
Because
whole show. I'll be
they'll beat you up like they did to the public Emily. Who are they?
public enemy.
Public enemy. I can't even say the word.
Enemy. Okay. Anyways, but yeah,
Trash. Move on to the next.
I'll stay down there. I'll stay there as long as they need me, like until they tap me on the shoulder. I'm like, oh, hey, now walk. I'll just take my time to the back.
I'm pretty sure it
And then
won't be
afterwards,
on
I'll be like,
purpose
thank you guys
either.
so much. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, I will respect that. Don't get me wrong. Would it be an honor to take a 3D from them? Hell yeah. Through a
But they've been tag team
table?
champions everywhere. They've been tag team champions pretty much everywhere, but obviously new promotions, but everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I got 3D by the ECW, WWF, WWE,
Right.
WCW, New Japan, All Japan,
And
whatever.
it's the move itself. I've
Yeah,
been 3D.
yeah.
Uh but for me, like I guess for me, I'm gonna take the twist of fate and the
Mm-hmm.
Swanton bomb because it's like I was more of the Hardy Boys, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more of an honor for me. So how you feel about taking that 3D, I would
Mm-hmm.
feel the same way from taking that combination from the Hardy Boys. Now, if we're talking
Mm.
about taking a power bomb from Bubba Ray through a table, I'm gonna take that power bomb.
Yeah, I think the Powerball
I'll
too.
take that power bomb any day. That right there is an honor. Just to take and also if you add the what's up, I mean, pause, slam and then do the what's up, Demon headbutting me right in the my little Ians, you know what I'm saying? And then get the 3D, I'll do that. You feel me? But if
Yep.
it's just like a turnaround 3D, hell no, I ain't doing all that. Build it up basically.
Yeah.
So but no, I'll take that power bomb. But between the 3D and the Hardy Boys, I'm taking that Twist of Fate and that Swanton
Mm-hmm.
bomb too. So that's definitely going to be an honor for me. So, but I like that. That was pretty cool, man. I
Yeah.
didn't, to be honest, I didn't know you were much of a Dudley Boy fans.
Well, I mostly watch ECW. Like I would watch like ECW, then WWE, then WCW. So I was more
Hmm,
of a ECW fan.
interesting.
I knew a lot about them more when once they jumped to WWE. I already knew about them really well.
Mm,
The Hardys I kind of knew. I only obviously once they had the WrestleMania match, the TLC match. That's when I was like, okay, Hardys, cool. But before that, I didn't really follow the Hardys. You
mm,
know, yeah, Dudley's in ECW, and then yeah, for sure ECW. I was like, yeah, I was doing that. That was like what 96, 95,
damn.
97.
You got any favorite matches of the Dudleys?
I
Because
would
for
s-
me, I do, but they're all in TNA.
I would say Dudley's. versus anyone in like ECW, like Axel Rotten or
Mm.
Tommy Dreamer and like Sabu. I think they didn't face Rob Van Dam and Sabu.
Oh,
They
you asking the
faced like
wrong person on that, bro.
they faced like I mean any match they had in ECW pretty much.
Mm.
You know,
But
they had the matches. I think
there's nothing that stood out for you the most. There's not one match that stood out.
I
There's
mean it's just more
nothing.
about moments. I think for me. It was about like the flaming table spot when they power bomb Balls Mahoney on the flaming table, you
Right.
know, or they power bomb Tommy Dreamer on there, or they 3D'd like when they did that super 3D off the top or something on WWE. I forgot who they did it against.
Mm.
Jamon Rose, some I forgot who, but it was just the moments.
I think I remember. I think it was Rico from the 3 minute
Yeah, it was like a
warning.
super three, yeah, like a
I
super
think
3D,
so.
like
Yeah.
moments like that, like when they did the WhatsApp to like multiple different people. They did it to like Stacy once and they stayed there.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
what the
think
hell?
with the Dudleys, they're kind of like a Kurt Angle where they have so many good matches
Mhm.
that it's just like just pick one.
Yeah.
You know, because with Kurt Angle, it's like, does he have some matches that stand out? Yeah, but all his matches, same thing with Shawn Michaels. But with Shawn Michaels, he had his most standout matches. That's the reason why we consider him the greatest,
Mhm.
because the Dudleys and Kurt Angle, they all have great matches, but Shawn Michaels has takes it a little bit more level
Mhm.
where it's like it's hard to ignore those matches. And majority of those matches took place at WrestleMania, you know, but still it's just like it's hard to not like hard not to acknowledge that he's the greatest of all time. But back to the Dudleys and Team 3D, you know, because that's what they were calling TNA. They have so many great matches that it's just hard to be like, oh. But for me, the one that stands out the most all the damn time is the match that they had against Beer Money. Hold on.
Mm.
Beer Money! Bro, they should have brought, you know, if Beer Money was in NXT or WWE, bro, life changing for both men and WWE. Back to the Dudleys. Um, But yeah, the Dudleys versus Beer Money, Lockdown, Steel Cage match. I think it was a street fight. I think it was title versus career, if I'm not mistaken. But the Dudleys won that match, and it was a fantastic match. Also, their matches against the Motor City Machine Guns. Oh, wee! Man, baby. Hey, Ever, there you go. You're welcome. I just recommended some matches for you to go check out for the
I know, right?
Dudleys.
I should go watch them on YouTube or something or
Yeah,
whatever, TNA Plus or whatever.
yeah, there you go. I just named two matches for you to check out. Um, all right. Well, appreciate everybody that tuned in. And please click on that like and subscribe.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out the New Entry Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel. If you're listening to us on Spotify, hit that 5 star and follow. Also, go follow us on IG at New Entry Wrestling Podcast.
All right, listeners, we're about to close the door on this episode. Ever, take us home.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian, and see ya.
Doo-doo-doo.